Hey, guess who is here? This is Regina Jonas. Karibuni sana. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm here and I have a talk on some of the things I learned in a nursing school, and they are very basic. We apply them in our daily routine life, and it's about 1, 2, 3 things that I'm going to share with you. So if you're new here, thank you for finding time to be here. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you for viewing my videos from the start to the end, always, because they are educative. I have the health talk that I'm always sharing. And today, guys, these are the 5 things that I learned in a nursing school that are very applicable in my daily life, and they can also be applicable to your daily life. So straight to that, I think I learned how to prioritize things in my career, in my life, and in my everyday daily routine. So priority or prioritizing things is being able to arrange your list of items that you have to carry out, like in a day, in a week, in a year, and be able to carry out one by one so that you are able to execute the expected as expected in this. So prioritizing is just being able to arrange them in a systematic way that you're able to deal with the most important to the least important, and then avoiding workload, avoiding overworking and overstraining. So I think prioritizing, for example, as in my working area, you come to work and you have so many patients to work throughout the day with, and meaning that you have to arrange what is priority first. You have the very most sick patients, you have the least patient. For example, a patient who is bedridden is different from a patient who is walking and being able to do their daily routines, like going to the toilet, feeding themselves and all that. So prioritizing means putting in order what is most urgent and then being able to work down the list. So I think this can also apply in our daily life, because that is also applicable in our daily life, being able to arrange the list of items that you are carrying out in a systematic order so that you are avoiding negligence, you are avoiding overworking and overstraining. The other thing I learned as a nurse in a nursing school is about critical thinking, and I think this is also very important in our daily life, because in every situation you are expected to think critically and act accordingly. And by this I mean when you have a situation that has come up, what you have to do next is critically think that where do I need to start, what am I expected to at the end of this situation to deliver, and what is expected, what are my benefits, or what are the benefits and non-benefits of this situation. So being able to critically think will always make you take the appropriate action in every aspect of any situation, and then being able to deliver as expected. In your life also, you have to be a critical thinker, because in every situation you just have to reason, you have to think out, you have to think what you're going to do, not just waking up and running into issues. You have to be able to think, analyze, and then come up with a proper decision about that situation or that plan. And then I also learned about becoming a good assessor or making good assessment, and this applies mostly at work, where we have so many patients, so many people to work with, relatives, patients, other people coming into the hospital, and yes, and you find that you have to be a good observer to be able to really note that maybe a patient is very sick, maybe a patient needs the first attention. You have to be a good assessor on knowing the need of a patient, maybe even without them telling you. Because if, for example, a patient has been served food at the bedside and you find that this patient has not fed the whole time, the food has been there like for an hour or two, maybe they're not able to feed and you need to assist them or you have to ask someone to feed them. You just have to be a good observer, the environment you're working in, so that you avoid also the risk of so many risks like falls, because at a workplace you have so many things around you. We will have slippery floors, we have fire extinguishers, we have so many things around. So you have to be a good assessor or to be a good observer, so that you're able to everything that is around you, if it is working or moving in the right direction. And this also applies to our lives basically out here, because in every situation or wherever we are expected to be seeing things and being able to notice things without having to be alerted sometimes. And this makes you a good team player. It makes you a good person to be able to deliver to your unit, to deliver to your manager, to deliver at your work, to deliver at your home, or wherever you are in the aspect of life. Another thing that I also learned is empathy. And empathy and sympathy are two things that are different, and I learned that there is a difference between the two. And just by definition, empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. This is ability to understand and share that feeling of another person without you being immersed or submerged into that situation completely, because you might be the support system that they need. Unlike the sympathy, where it is the feeling of pity or sorrow for someone else's misfortune. When you have pity or you have sorrow about someone else's misfortune, then sometimes you're not able to become their support system, which they need. Because at some point when, for example, a patient, family has lost their patient, patient is so sick and they don't know what to do, they've gotten an emergency or something, that they're so confused, they need you as the support system. Even in our basic life, wherever you are, maybe a friend is sick, a colleague is not feeling well, you need to be their support system, in that you reassure them, you tell them it's going to be fine, just go to the hospital, be seen, be treated, take your medication, and all is gonna be fine. And at the end of the day, they have a back to lean on, they have a friend or a shoulder to lean on. And I think there is that difference of empathy and sympathy, because yes, sometimes people need your back, sometimes people need your shoulder, sometimes people need to know that they have someone to run to, and this person is going to be their support system. Because yes, they're not going to break down like them, you're going to cry with them, yes, deeply, but outwardly you're going to be the stronger person, that this person is going to say, yes, I have Regina, I have this person, that she's stronger, I can always share with her, I can always run to her, I can lean on her shoulder. And yes, I learned that also, to carry with me empathy and sympathy, and be able to balance the two, to be able to be a good team player, to be able to into my anywhere that I am. The other thing I learned also is about quality. By this I mean delivering something that is of quality, something that is going to make the other person be happy, remember you in a positive way, always think about you, always feel back that they can come back to you in a way for a word or two, for some help, kind of help. And no matter how small that help is, it's always going a long way for them. And yes, so quality is something that is, it's something that can sell. It is something that people will always come back for, and people will always go for that. Nobody likes to go for what is less than they really are worth. So If you know your worth, also you'll go for what is quality. So as a nurse, I learned about quality, and in my aspect about quality care to my patients, this is where basically you're needed to nurse a patient and they get well. At the end of the day, they're going to remember you. At the end of the day, they're going to come back to you. At the end of the day, they're smiling out of the ward, out of the hospital. At the end of the day, this pain in labor, and at this moment they're holding their newborn, smiling and saying, thank you sister, thank you nurse for your help, I really appreciate. That word only goes a long way for them, and it also makes me happy when I know that I have delivered what is quality for somebody else somewhere. So guys, if you're new here, this is Regina, your nurse. Thank you for finding time to watch my videos. Please watch from the beginning to the end, because you're going to learn a lot on my health talk that I upload every now and then. And if you're new here, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, and always leave a comment so that I know what I need to improve on. And let's move together, let's grow, and let's learn with your nurse Regina.